Hi everyone, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and in this video I'm going to show you the pattern to crochet this beautiful sunflower bookmark. This sunflower features a lazy center and it has 2 leaves and a stem, and I'm finishing it up with tassels. This is a beginner friendly tutorial and I hope you would crochet this along with me. To crochet this bookmark, I'm using tiny amounts of size 10 cotton thread in green, brown and yellow, scissors, 1.5 mm crochet hook and a stitch marker. So first let's start working on the center of the sunflower. So with my brown yarn, I'm going to do a magic circle first. To do a magic circle, I'm going to hold the loose end over here with my 2 fingers and I'm going to wrap the other end around my 2 fingers like this. So I'm going to let it cross over here. On the place where it crosses, I'm going to hold and bring my yarn over here. Next, I'm going to insert my hook inside this loop over here and I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Next, I'm going to yarn over and pull a loop through this over here. So here we have formed our magic circle. This is my round one. Now let's continue working on the round one. In this round, I'll do 8 single crochet inside this ring. So to do a single crochet, I'm going to insert my hook in here, yarn over and pull through. So now I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through both the loops. So there we made our first single crochet. I'm going to make 7 more single crochet inside this ring. So once we've done a total of 8 single crochet, I'm going to pull this tail to close off this opening, and I'm going to join at the top of this stitch over here using a slip stitch. To do a slip stitch, I'm going to insert my hook in the stitch. I'm going to yarn over and pull through a loop. I'll pull through this loop through the loop on the hook itself. So there we have joined our first round and made our first slip stitch. To make this loop even more tighter, you can pull this tail and adjust your magic circle ring. So now let's work on round 2. If you would like, you can go ahead and mark the end using a stitch marker. For this round, I will start off with chain 4. To do a chain, I'm going to yarn over and pull through this loop. So the first chain over here is to be considered as a single crochet. The remaining 3 chains are going to be a part of the chain 3 stitch. So for the remaining stitches, we'll be working on the repeat pattern. The repeat pattern is a single crochet in the next stitch followed by chain 3. So I'll be repeating this pattern for this entire round. It's a single crochet and chain 3. Once when I've completed the last repeat pattern in the last stitch over here, I'm going to join at the top of this chain 1 over here using a slip stitch. So there we have completed our round 2. In this round, we will have a total of 8 chain 3 spaces and 8 single crochet. The first chain 1 is to be considered as a single crochet. So now let's get started working on round 3. So for the next round 3, I'm going to start off with chain 1 followed by 2 single crochet inside this chain 3 space. This chain 1 that we did earlier is to be considered as a single crochet. So for the remaining stitches, I'll be working 3 single crochet in the chain 3 spaces. I will not be working on the stitch. I will be working only on the chain 3 spaces for this round. Once we have completed working 3 single crochet in each of the chain 3 spaces, I'm going to join at the top of this chain 1 over here using a slip stitch to complete my round 3. This round 3 will have a total of 24 single crochet. For round 4, I'll be starting off with chain 4. The first chain is to be considered as a single crochet. The remaining 3 chains are to be part of the chain 3 space. I'll be following the repeat pattern for the remainder of the stitches. The repeat pattern is single crochet in the next stitch, followed by chain 3. This pattern is the same pattern as we did in the row 2. And I'll meet you after I complete this round. So once we have completed this for the entire stitch, I'm going to join at the top of this chain 1 over here using a slip stitch, and there we have completed our round 4. So in this round we would have 24 chain 3 spaces. Now let's work on the last round in the center, that is round 5. For this round I'll start off with chain 3. This is to be considered as a double crochet, followed by 1 double crochet in the chain 3 space. I'll be working 2 double crochets in each of these chain 3 spaces. To do a double crochet, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into this chain 3 space. Next, I'll yarn over and pull through a loop. So there I have 3 loops on my hook. I'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now I'll have 2 loops remaining on my hook. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. This is 1 double crochet. I'm going to make 2 double crochets in every chain 3 spaces. This row will have a total of 48 double crochets. I'll be following the same pattern, so I'll meet you after I finish this round 5. So once I have completed working 2 double crochets in all of these chain 3 spaces, I'm going to join over here using a slip stitch and finish off over here. To finish off over here, I'm going to cut the thread over here. Next, I'm going to yarn over and pull this thread through the loop. Once you tighten up, the work gets finished up. We can weave the tail in later. So there, in 5 rounds we have completed the center of this lacy sunflower. You can see this beautiful designs over here. The last round has a total of 48 double crochets. Now let's continue working on the petals. So I'm going to start with my yellow thread. I'm going to attach it to the back loops of any stitch over here. To attach it, you can follow any method. I'm going to start with a slip knot. Next, I'm going to attach it over here. So now let's continue working on the petals. This is also going to be worked in rounds, and this is my round 6. In this round I'll be working on the back loops only. Normally when we are working on stitch, we'll use both the loops. So for this round I'll be using only the back loops. So I will be doing 1 single crochet in every stitch around. This round will also have a total of 48 stitches. So while working this round, we can also weave in the tail of the brown yarn. To weave in the tail, I'm just going to hold this tail parallel to the stitch over here, and I'll be working a stitch under. If you work like this, the tail gets weaved in, or you can choose to weave in later as well. I'll meet you after I work 1 single crochet in the back loops only. Once you have completed working on 48 single crochet, I'm going to join here using a slip stitch. There we have completed our round 6. Now let's work on round 7. For round 7, I'm going to start off with chain 10. And I'm going to do a slip stitch in the next stitch. So in the next 2 stitches, I'll be doing a slip stitch as well. And again, I will continue working on chain 10. I will do a slip stitch in the next stitch. Followed by a slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. This is the repeat pattern for this round. I'll meet you after I complete this round. I'll be following this repeat pattern for this entire round. We will be working our petals on these loops. For round 8, we'll be working on the petals. So I will start off by doing a 5 double crochet inside this loop. Followed by chain 1 and 5 more double crochets inside this loop. After completing 5 double crochets, I'll be doing a slip stitch in the center stitch over here. So there we have formed 1 petal. I'll be working the same pattern for this remaining petals. So I will start off with 5 double crochets in here. Followed by chain 1 and 5 double crochets inside the same loop. Once I'm done with this, I will be doing a slip stitch in the center slip stitch over here. This slip stitch will not be attached to this loop or the other loop. So there I have formed my second petal. I'll be working the same pattern in the remaining 13 loops, and I'll meet you after I complete this. After completing all 13 petals in round 8, I'm gonna finish off over here and I will weave the tail in. This is the finished sunflower. Now let's add stem and leaves to this to complete it as a bookmark. For that, I'm going to take my green color yarn and attach it to the back of the sunflower over here. So next, first I'll be working a little bit of the stem. So I'm going to do chain 10. Now I will begin working on one of the leaf. So I'm going to continue here. I'll be doing chain 6. And on the 6th chain from the hook, I will join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So there I'll be working leaf on this ring. So now I'm going to turn my work and I will work 6 double crochet inside this ring. So I'll start off with chain 2 followed by 6 double crochets, followed by chain 2 and 6 more double crochets inside this ring. So once I've completed this, I'm going to turn my work around and I'll be working on these double crochets for my row 2 of my leaf. I'll start off with chain 2 followed by 2 double crochets in each of these stitches. So I'll be doing 12 double crochets first. So once when I reach the chain 2 space, I'll be working 2 treble crochets in here. So to do a treble crochet, I'll yarn over twice, insert my hook into the space, yarn over and pull up a loop. So now I'll have 4 loops on my hook. I'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops at a time. Now I'll have 3 loops remaining. I'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops this time as well. And I'll have 2 loops remaining on my hook. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this stitch is called a treble crochet. I'm going to do 1 more treble crochet in the same space. Followed by chain 3 and a slip stitch on the 3rd chain from the hook. And I will do 2 more treble crochets in the same space. So once we've completed this, we'll be back to working on 2 double crochets in the remaining 6 stitches over here. So there we have finished 1 leaf. So next I'm going to do a slip stitch so that I can reach to the base of this stem. So I'll be doing slip stitches on the side. I'm going to do slip stitch on the next 2 chains as well. So now we have completed one leaf. In the same way, I'm going to crochet another leaf as well in the other side. So I'm going to start off with chain 2 for the stem, followed by chain 6 for the ring of the leaf. On the 6th chain from the hook, I'm going to do a slip stitch to form a ring, and in this ring I will be working on the double crochet. So I'll start off with chain 2 followed by 6 double crochets, followed by chain 2 and 6 more double crochets inside this ring. Once when I've completed 6 double crochet, I'm going to do chain 2 and turn my work, and I will be doing 2 double crochets in each of the next 6 stitches so that we have a total of 12 double crochets. So now we would have come to the chain 2 space over here. In this space, I will do 2 treble crochet, chain 3, a slip stitch on the 3rd chain from the hook, and 2 treble crochet all in the same space. Next, I'll be back to the remaining 6 stitches from the previous row. In this, I'll be working 2 double crochet each so that we'll have a total of 12 double crochets. Now I'm going to do a slip stitch across this entire side so that we can reach the stem. And I will do a slip stitch on the next stitch as well. And a slip stitch at the stem where it connects both the leaves. So there we have worked 2 leaves on the side of this sunflower. Now let's continue working on the stem. For the stem, I'm just going to do chain stitches. You can do as many as chains that you would like. I'm going to do 25 chain stitches over here. So once when I've completed the 25 chains, I'm going to finish off over here. So here I have completed the sunflower and the leaves. Next, let's attach tassels to the end of the sunflower. So I'm taking the thread in 3 different strands. I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to insert the hook in the last stitch of the sunflower. Next, I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 strands through the stitch. Once when I have the loops up here, I'm going to hold all the strands together, and I'm going to yarn over and pull all the strands at once through this loop. So there I have all the strands. When I tighten this up, we have our tassels attached. You can trim the edges. So here is the completed bookmark. You can also block them if you would like the leaves and sunflower to stay flat. And this is the back side. I hope you would crochet this along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. And thank you for watching.